Good morning. I've already kind of covered what led up to me going to a neurologist and my diagnosis, but I don't think I've really covered um, my reaction, my wife's reaction, and my thought process. So the doctor sat there, excuse me, and when she delivered the news, my immediate thought was, now I didn't know a whole lot about MS to be honest. My immediate thought was, great, something else I have to deal with. My wife, who works in the medical field and works at really three different hospitals, one small rural kind of hospital, critical access point hospital, and then one that's a definitely a medium-sized hospital, and then one that's in between. She started crying immediately. So her reaction let me know that there was more to it than what I was thinking, but my reaction was still great. What have I got to deal with? But after researching and everything like that, I mean, it's pretty. If you use Doc Google, you're going to be convinced that you're dying constantly. Well, MS is not a happy disease, but if you will, there has been some positive come out of it. I pay much more attention to my body. I pay much more attention to those little twinges and twitches and all of that stuff, because I'm having to write down my symptoms. Ooh, that's a video I need to do. And I realize that when I get tired, if I've slept well, if I've not overexerted myself, it's not something that I can control. It's not something I have to beat myself up over. And I have to take all of my projects in much smaller bites. Now, when it comes to homesteading, which we're pushing real hard and trying to get everything done, my wife and I sat down and she said, okay, if you become disabled, if you wind up in a wheelchair, what am I going to do with all this stuff? Well, we actually had to kind of focus our design around the potential of my not being able to do as much as I would like. So, I try to rotate the MS and the Homestead videos, but really they're intermingled really, really big. So, I'm not going to do every other day on MS anymore. I'm going to do a couple of times a week. I'm going to focus on the homesteading. I'm going to focus on the foraging. I'm going to focus on self-reliance. I'm going to do all that, but I'm still going to have my MS in there. And I'm going to, do updates as I have updates, and I'm going to cover symptoms, which I still got one more to do on some symptoms, that I deal with in general. But I don't want MS to become my personality. Um, I'm living with it. I'm working to understand it more. I'm pushing forward with everything that I got to make my little dream a reality here. And there will be challenges, unique challenges because of MS, but that's not going to stop me. Hope you have a good day. I know this was a boring one, but I appreciate it. Bye.